Pay close attention, this is a bombshell. A supposed script for X-Men, the movie marking the return of the mutants at Marvel Studios, has leaked. I'll tell you everything after the intro. Hello, Pop Culture Society, we're back. Let's talk about X-Men because the script leaked, the prototype of the script. The first drafts of this script were supposedly written by Michael Leslie, who's working on the X-Men story. The return of the mutants, now free from connections with the past at Fox. New mutants, completely original mutants, and a new approach to these characters. Alright, first of all, 2 quick notes here. Note number 1. Spoilers. It's possible that something from this script here, if it's real, made it into the final movie in about 2 or 3 years. And now you're going to get a spoiler here? The other warning is, it's a leaked script on 4chan where the person who posted the script said they got it from several insiders. They don't give the name. And so this could have been written entirely from the imagination of someone who isn't involved with the project. It doesn't cost much because there are some things here that are kind of like fan fiction. They're really fan fiction-y. So be careful from now on. Either don't get too excited or don't get too unexcited. Don't start thinking that the movie is ruined for you. So let's go. What does this script by Michael Leslie say? Mutants exist in another universe. There's a universe that's not the one where Monica Rambeau gets trapped and meets Beast. That's the universe of the mutants. Fox, there's a universe where mutants exist. Are part of society. It's not clear if that universe only has mutants or if mutants and humans coexist. I don't know what happens there. When there's an incursion, the universes start getting destroyed and the multiverse collapses. So, some of these mutants, and it's not a small number, it's a lot of people, go to the Marvel Cinematic Universe because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is 16 and 16, right? This 16 and 17 is next to it. It's right there like a wall. And then they break down the wall. Hundreds, even thousands of mutants cross over with no exact count. And they arrive as refugees. How do they find the half-half? Through the brain, that big computer of Professor Xavier, where he can locate any mutant on planet Earth. Somehow he tuned the brain to also find universes. And then Professor Xavier and Magneto, who are now friends. Magneto may have helped tune the brain, since he and Professor Xavier, who are friends, developed it together at first. Cyclops, a Storm, Jubilee. Wolverine isn't in this yet. He hasn't shown up yet. And among several unnamed and anonymous mutants, they cross over and then flee from the destruction of their universe, entering the in-between, entering the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Then all the mutated people arrive. You have to find space and make coffee and cake for everyone. And it becomes a big mess. And in this process of integration, the regular humans in the Marvel Cinematic Universe start to complain. Man, we already had a ton of superheroes here. Now all these weird people are showing up. Everyone's got superpowers. It's chaos. It's crazy. And then it starts with that whole thing of, look, you don't belong here. You're not from here. You're not wanted here. You're not welcome here. And then the whole issue of prejudice against mutants starts to take shape from there. They're like refugees coming from a country at war and are treated with disdain, with fear, with disgust, with hatred by the locals. Then Marvel has the opportunity to create a whole socio-political language, bringing elements of reality into the story. But then there's a twist, which is the following. Professor Xavier and Magneto, who by this point already have different views on what mutants should do, In this scenario of oppression, prejudice, discrimination, and segregation, Professor Xavier still believes in peaceful coexistence, and Magneto believes in war. So they start to drift apart and are no longer such close friends. This already happens in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so what happens? Professor Xavier, in his research, he identifies the dormant mutant gene. In the humans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's why dating is mutant. And had her mutation unlocked. With all that craziness from Talocan, huh? And that's why Ms. Marvel is also a mutant, because her mutant abilities were unlocked by the bracelets. And other human beings on Earth, who have no idea they have the mutant gene, could also have that gene awakened. And then Magneto, seeing this possibility, says, CF Tren. And then Magneto creates a machine to turn everyone into a mutant. All individuals with the X gene possess this gene, awakened immediately, and then mutants start to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. It's basically the same plan he had in 2000's X-Men by Bryan Singer, where he also builds a machine to turn everyone into a mutant. But I think it wasn't about who had the gene, just mutating everyone. It's repetitive, isn't it? It feels like he just reused something that already existed. I think this script is kind of bogus, and that's why mutants start showing up uncontrollably in the Marvel Universe. And then we have the mutant situation handed to us. What do I think about all of this? Honestly, I think it's crap. Because the lack of explanation about where mutants come from is one of the biggest charms of the X-Men. Nobody knows. They just are born. There isn't an explanation. So there's no way to avoid it, no way to stop it, no way to reverse it, no way to undo it. And it's scary. It's that story where some scientists think that the next step in human evolution, not even that is 100% certain, it's an anomaly, it's a peculiarity of human development that isn't explained by anything. When you say the guys came from another universe, they're considered refugees. First, it's going to repeat the Skrull situation, right? Which is a waste. It's already a waste in Secret Invasion, and now it's really over since that's how the Skrulls are, right? They're space refugees who come to Earth and try to blend in with humans. But the very ability the Skrulls have to change shape already creates a lot of suspicion. And so, in a way, this concept has already been explored, and the X-Men movie will take place before Secret Wars. It's going to be a prequel. Isn't it much easier when this reboot happens, when this reset happens, as Kevin Feige says? Build the Marvel Universe differently than having to keep explaining it's not another universe, multiverse, forget about this multiverse thing. It's just a crutch. It's not necessary. I've said this on the channel for about 5 years. The mutants have always been there in the pages of the sensationalist press. The mutants are the vampire of Acre. The mutants are the vampire of Osasco, the werewolf of Acre. The devil baby that was born in ABC is the mutant. That's how things should be explained, and there's no multiversal invasion of mutants. Why make it complicated? The simple things that work. They've been showing up since the 60s. Fear comes from not understanding. But there's this script reminding you once again that this movie is far from happening. Marvel often writes scripts during filming, so we can't predict anything. Maybe some of these ideas will last if these words really came from the writer's mind, who's at least working on the first draft of this script for the upcoming X-Men movie. That's what I wanted to discuss. Thanks for watching. Remember, become a channel member. Channel members don't see commercials. Get an exclusive ad-free link to Cuatro Coisas for more fun on the channel. Become a member for just $2.99. See you later. See you soon. See you in a bit. Bye. That was another Cuatro Coisas video. The channel posts at least 3 videos daily, Monday through Sunday. If you liked it, here are some more suggestions for you to watch. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell for new updates. Thank you very much. See you next time.